Hello, Busy Babes. We are so excited to come to you and give you the final details of this prep week to set you up for the best success possible over the next 21 days. So, over the course of the week, we have gone over what your container breakdown is. You know how many different kinds of containers you're going to get in each and every day. You've hopefully taken your before pics and measurements. If you haven't, make sure to fill out that form that we've given you and send us those before pics. I know you're cringing, but I promise they will not be seen by anyone ever unless we get your permission first. But I promise at the end of these 21 days, you are going to want to see how far you've come. So now we've also given you the workout calendar so you know what workout to do and when. And now we want to go over the nitty-gritty details of the containers, a few other things that we need you to know before we start on Monday.
So first and foremost, do not feel overwhelmed. We know you got into this group because you're freaking busy.
Yes.
You have goals, whether you want to lose weight, you want to gain weight, you just want things to be higher and tighter, you want to learn how to eat. Whatever it is, you got into this because you want to be better, but you also have a busy life and you don't want to waste time and you don't have time for nonsense. That is us.
Totally.
We totally get you. And so we want to tell you what is the important stuff that has to happen every day, and then the stuff that, like, if something has to get cut, what
Extra
is it?
credit.
Like, just go ahead and tell me the bottom line. That's what I want to know.
For sure.
Because it's a lot. The portion containers, the workouts, the meal prepping, it's new for most of us on top of a busy life. So here's the nitty gritty. We call them our no matter whats. There are 4 of them. I'm going to explain them here, but just know we will be talking about them the entire 21 days. So don't worry, you're going to hear them again if it doesn't make sense here. Number 1, water. That is huge. It affects the way you feel, your energy, if you feel tired, sluggish,
Hungry.
the way things move, if you're hungry. So the earlier in the day you get your water, the better. I promise you, half your weight in body ounces or more. But the faster you get it in, the better you feel all day. That is a huge thing. Number 2, vegetables. So everybody on their portion fix, this is your green container. And I know you are super fired up about vegetables. Most people are, so you aren't alone in that category. But here's the deal. It helps your body run smoother. Literally and figuratively. Your greens are important, whether you stuff them in your Shakeology, which is what we do a lot of times and what you have on your meal plan, or you sneak them in different ways so that you don't really have to take them, or you just like to just eat that spinach out of a container like a banshee. Totally up to you, but whatever your container count is, it's usually 5 or 6. That has to happen every day, no matter what. So that's your second no matter what. You got water, you got vegetables, no matter what. Number 3, Shakeology. If you're not consistent with Shakeology, it doesn't work, because if just the same way as if you're not eating clean consistently, your body doesn't see the benefit. So Shakeology has so many superfoods and vitamins and so many things that help you run efficiently, helps you to get more lean, makes your workouts more efficient. Makes your workouts more efficient and just overall helps all of your results come together. But if you don't do it every day, you won't see the benefit.
You won't reap the benefits.
You won't notice that restful energy sleep that she'll talk about in just a second. But Shakeology has to happen every day, no matter what. Just know that. Your 4th and final no matter what, and I know this sounds silly, and I know you're like, I'm busy, I don't get on social media, whatever your excuse might be, you have to check in to Busy Babes. There will be a daily check-in every night at 8 p.m. and a formal post that goes up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. So like a daily to-do, a daily piece of information, a daily action item, and then a nightly check-in. Check into this group every day. And if you have to close off all of your friends' notifications and you don't look at anybody's news feed for the next 21 days, these 3 weeks are about you becoming better. So don't be distracted by the noise on social media. Make this a priority to check into. On those nightly check-ins, you'll have a no matter what section, and you'll also have a bonus section. Bonus section meaning you followed the containers you were supposed to follow. You didn't, eat a muffin at work. You got your workout in. Those are bonuses, but your no matter whats are what we care about the most and we're super excited about. So those are your 4 no matter whats to be successful in Busy Babes.
Okay, so the next thing we want to talk to you about is the nutrition and the meal plans. So if you haven't yet checked out the file section of this group, go ahead and do so. There are 3 already made for you meal plans. We know you don't have time to figure out what you're going to eat, so we have simplified the whole process for you.
And we've tasted everything on there.
Family approved, husband approved, it's delicious, okay? So here's your option. You can print it off. There comes with recipes and a grocery list. You can literally take that grocery list to the grocery store, you're done for the week.
Plug it into curbside.
Plug it into curbside if you want to. So just know that it's already there for you. If you want to kind of plug and chug with foods that you're already eating, you want to try this recipe from a meal plan, or maybe try another, you are more than welcome to do that too. Again, as long as you fit it in with the amount of containers that you have for the day, it doesn't matter, but we just want to let you know that on that meal plan, it is completely done for you. If you have questions on that, please feel free to reach out to us. You will also see that we have added apple cider vinegar on the meal plans. That's completely optional. However, it really helps you with your gut health, absorption of nutrients. It helps with inflammation. There's a lot of great things on that. We'll talk about apple cider vinegar later. It doesn't taste that good. It's an acquired taste, but we can teach you how to make it so you actually can drink it every day. We drink it every day, and honestly, I look forward to it now. But in the beginning, I was like, what is this?
She's lying.
I do look forward to it now. So that is what you need to know about all of the meal plans in the bio section.
Okay, so a quick, probably FAQ about the containers. So if you got the containers in the mail, I know when I got mine in the mail the first time, I literally thought I'm going to starve to death because these are so tiny and I like to eat. So I was really hesitant when I first did it, but I promise you, when you're feeding your body correctly and you're eating the right balance of foods, which is what the containers are for, it feels like so much food. So on that, like we talked about, there are some no matter whats, but here's the deal with your containers. The goal is to eat the correct number of containers every day. And a lot of times we get asked, do I have to eat them all? I feel full. If you feel full, totally understand. The containers you cannot leave out are your reds and your greens. If you feel so full that I can't get one more container in, then cut out a purple or cut out a yellow. And those are usually the first ones that you're like, oh, but I'm down for some pasta. Yeah. I mean, I'm full, but I could take down a cookie. So if you are full and you don't want to eat one more thing, as long as the reds and the greens are done for the day, then consider today and move forward. So don't stress about it. The other thing is, make sure that little lid that comes with it should be able to fit on top. So this is your yellow container, which is the problem for the most of us. So your breads,
starchy
your
carbs,
pastas, your starchy carbs, potatoes, rice, all of that. And those are what tends to be most out of balance in our portion. So make sure that you can fit your lid on it. Do you need to cart these little containers around with you everywhere you go? No. So if you have if you take your lunch to work, for instance, then you have like your little Tupperware that you take to work. When you're meal prepping, maybe you made a whole thing of rice and a whole thing of turkey or whatever it is that you're eating that's on the meal plan, scoop it, pour it in. You don't necessarily need to pack around these things. Now sometimes it's convenient to take one of these, like they have lids, pack your grapes, your strawberries, whatever, take it with you, but you don't have to do that. It's really there to be a measuring tool. So at dinner, the first 3 weeks that you're doing it, use them, measure it out, look at what your plate looks like, because it'll start to become second nature and you won't need these as much. We definitely have to check back in because my portions begin to grow again and all of a sudden one yellow is 5 yellows because I just get excited. The other question that we get a lot and that you will have when you look through this. So on the meal plans, you'll see things like the Mexican fiesta casserole. You'll see things like the spaghetti, the lasagna rolls, all of those things that are mixed or kind of casserole-ish. Those will be serving size of a purple, but let's say, for example, the spaghetti. That will still count as a yellow container for the pasta, a red container for the meat, a green container for your tomato sauce. But the serving size will actually be a purple. Instead of doing, oh, here's my meat and oh, here's my pasta. The food is already mixed together, so don't stress out about it, but use your purple as your serving size container for those kind of dishes. And don't stress out about your containers. If you have questions about it, that's what we're here for. Please let us know. You have your food list, so you know what goes in each container, but it takes a little time. Eggs, obviously, sometimes it's hard to fit eggs in here. So it is 2 eggs is a serving size, or 8 egg whites. Now, you don't need to be having egg whites. Get in there and get the fat of the full egg. Unless you prefer the taste of egg whites, go on and have a real egg, and 2 eggs is a red serving. Anything else about containers?
You're allowed 3 treats per week. So again, we want to make this a lifestyle that you can actually maintain, and that might mean for you wine, chocolate, treats, right? We're never going to be the coaches that tell you you can never drink, you can never have cake, because that's not
silliness.
Realistic, right? So in order to do that, you can swap out 3 yellow containers per week for 3 treats. Okay, so again, it doesn't matter how you spread it out their week. Let's say you're allotted 2 yellow containers on Saturday, and you know Saturday you're going on a date night with your husband and you're going to have a glass of wine, right? So I know for on Saturday, I'm not gonna eat one of my yellow containers, and I know that I can save that for my glass of wine. So alcohol, we'll talk about alcohol throughout this challenge, but just know a glass of alcohol equals 5 ounces.
5 ounces of wine.
5.
However, if you want to pour it in here,
you're more than welcome to do that too.
Sip it out, you totally can. So 1 beer, 5 ounces of wine,
1 shot.
1 shot of liquor.
Also too, if you want to do like chocolate or some M&Ms, you would use an orange container to measure.
Not a yellow.
Not a yellow. We're swapping it out for yellow, but we know we're going to measure in this orange container.
Which was devastating because I can take down one of these with
right.
some M&Ms.
And then same thing if your kids have a birthday party or things like that. We just want to do a small portion. If you're eating cake or a cupcake, it is small. You don't have to stuff it in here, but a small portion of the treat. 3 times a week. For some people, they can have treats. They can limit themselves to three times a week, and they do great. And for others, they just know, hey, that's a slippery slope, and once I get started, it's downhill. So if you are somebody who knows for 21 days, I need to back off from the alcohol or treats, you're more than welcome to do that. There's nothing that says you have to do that, but if you want to, 3 times a week.
Yes. So
Total,
the best rule of thumb is if you feel like your kid has a piece of cake or your whatever it might be, take a bite of it.
Yeah.
And don't stress out that you took a bite of somebody's cake or oh my gosh, I had a bite of that pasta or whatever. Have a bite and be done. It's totally fine. But have your freedom to have those 3 full servings. But just overall, don't stress. Don't be so overwhelmed that like, oh my God, did I just put that in my mouth and is it gonna ruin everything? No, you're fine. One taste of anything is gonna be fine. It's just remember, those little bits add up. So if you're having your kids leftover chicken nuggets and their leftover macaroni and cheese and oh they had a brownie and oh they gave me a cookie at curbside and oh I ate that, those things count and those things add up. But if you have a taste here and there, don't stress about it, let it roll off.
Okay, the last thing I want to talk to you about is Shakeology. So Shakeology is going to count as one of your red containers every single day. We talked about it, it's a no matter what. It truly is the secret sauce in getting results in this program. And you're probably thinking, how is a shake going to be the secret sauce? And the reason is it's going to fill in all of the gaps in our nutrition. So as you are starting to work out more and you are using the containers, we're asking our bodies to do more with most likely less, right? Most people, they start a new eating lifestyle and about day 5, 6, 7, they get to the point where they're like, I'm starving, and everything around them smells good. A cheeseburger, pizza, and they're just like, things that you normally even wouldn't want to eat, but your body is so nutrient deprived that it's like, just give me calories any way I can get it. This is where Shakeology comes in. You're not gonna feel that. You're not gonna feel so nutrient deprived that you're craving all the crap. That's usually what people say, like, oh my gosh, like, I was around it, but it didn't even like tempt me.
I will never forget the first time I did it. The first time I did portion fix, or after about a week of being on Shakeology, I have always had candy in my house. She makes fun of me because I have candy everywhere in my house because I like it. But I literally was not tempted by it at all. And I was like, what is wrong with me? It was amazing.
Yes, so we want to make sure, again, to reap the most benefits, you have to drink it every single day, which is why it's one of our no matter what's. The other thing that I want to let you know is it's going to, again, most of us are living in a nutrient deprived state. Most of us, right? Most of us aren't getting the recommended amount of veggies. We're not getting enough sleep. If you have babies, not enough water. You are going to just give your body everything it needs and you're going to feel so good. And the first way you're going to notice is in your energy levels. That is always what people tell me, like, oh my gosh, I feel really good. I feel, and not energy like I had, 2 shots of espresso and a cup of coffee, right? That feeling. But more like, wow, I got a really good night's sleep, like that really good rested energy. And that comes because your body is getting the nutrients it needs. So please make sure you're drinking Shakeology every day. We'll give you our tips for our best recipes. They're on the meal plans. The best way I like to make it is with frozen fruit. I love half of a frozen banana, which equals a purple, half a banana. It makes it extra creamy. I usually mix it with a cup of almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, maybe half a cup of water if I don't want it to be super thick. I will stuff all the spinach within my Shakeology as a way to get an extra green.
You can't taste it.
You cannot taste it. It's the best thing ever. Ice, blend in my magic bullet, and boom, it's like a smoothie in the morning, and I love it. It's just great. My body craves it. My kids love it. But that's the best way that I've found to make Shakeology. But again, cannot stress enough, drink it every day, and about day 5, 6, and 7 is when you're going to really start to feel the benefits.
So we just threw so much information at you, but we wanted it to be in one video so that, because again, we know you're busy and we know that watching multiple things and feeling behind is kind of stressful. So we wanted you to have all the information in one place. So feel free to go back and watch this if you get confused or if you have questions. What we want you to do is comment below. What are your questions? Are they about your containers, about sleep, about workouts, about equipment, whatever they are, how to meal prep, what do I meal prep, anything and everything that you feel like, okay, I'm ready, but I'm a little confused on this. Comment below, because I guarantee if you have the question, someone else does. So it will benefit all of us if you put the question below, because then we can answer it for everybody that maybe is wanting to know that information. If you feel like, yes, I am ready, I could not be more excited for these 21 days, I need this, I know what I'm doing, I feel prepared, then just give us a fist pump or a high five. Let us know you're ready to rock so that we know you saw the video and that you are prepared and ready to go. And if you don't comment below, we're going to tag you, so if you could just comment below, we won't come after you.
All right, so excited to start with you on Monday. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.